to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic, and my producer today, Josh Hennick, right here on 97.3 ESPN. Good morning, fellas. Good morning, Dave.
Caffeinated, activated, pumpkin spice activated,
Pumpkin
which means
spice
I got
already.
pumpkin spice
September 2nd,
Yeah.
and you're already doing the pumpkin
I've
spice.
been doing
huh?
it for 2 weeks already.
All right, Josh. Good to see you, buddy.
I did not have pumpkin spice this morning, so
Yo, I hear
I
you.
just had regular black coffee.
So before we get this show
Lame.
started today, Clement, you're telling me that Josh Hennick comes over to your establishment. You got him working out a little bit.
Comes over, he starts doing like splits and straddles. I'm going,
Look at
I
this
did
guy.
not see that coming.
He does a split for
Split
real.
and a straddle.
That's his gymnastics background taking over right there, Josh.
Gymnastics, 20 years of martial arts training, the whole.
Not
Dude,
only
he's that limber that he can do a split.
Insane. And not only
Oh my
so I've
God.
been impressed by Josh twice this week. When we did our little trivia game with all the remember we went
Yeah.
into all the college football trivia,
Right,
and
right.
he just was like a savant. And then he also can do a split
Well,
and
he-
straddle. I'm
yeah.
just
Well,
blown
he's
away
like a
right
football encyclopedia,
Yeah.
especially college. Now, you had a big smile on your face when you walked in today. I know this is his time of year because he loves college football. He's a college football guy.
now. Yeah, it's
Right?
insane.
It's insane. Now, Dave,
Try to stump him. You
Dave,
can't.
you can't. Well, I got him.
If
on.
you tried hard enough,
I
you
got
probably could.
All right, we got a great show lined up. Big show today. And of course, football, man. College football, full action today. A plethora of games out there. I noticed we're going to talk with the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan, live from Las Vegas at 11 o'clock. And a lot of big spreads in the early going. I know that it's
Some bad teams. That's why, Billy.
bad teams, a lopsided play, but we'll talk to
For example, really quick, Alabama's favored by 39 and a half today. Okay.
Rice is getting 35.
Well,
over
so
Texas.
don't jump games. We're trying to explain something to the audience here, Billy. Okay,
just-
we're trying to enlighten
You know,
people.
You don't have to go
well,
give a whole explanation of why.
No,
We can't understand
well,
why.
no, there is a reason why. People who are in their car are probably wondering why the heck are some of these teams favored by so much? Well, they're favored because Middle Tennessee is bringing back 3 of their 22 starters from last year. And Alabama is Alabama. So that's how you get a 39-point spread.
Well,
East
why
Carolina's
is
getting
that?
36 over Michigan. Michigan's
Why is that? Do you know why that is? Why are there so many big spreads early in the season? Because these teams want to get a scrimmage game in
Right.
against a scrub team that they know they can beat.
Sure.
So they get a workout in, and they beat them by 50 points.
But, like, for example-
Penn State's playing West Virginia. That's not a scrub. They're not. I mean, that's not a
No,
scrub.
West Virginia's
some
bad.
some of the games they can't get them all. but, like,
WVU's bad.
we would. I mean, I played on a 1AA team. We would play Boston College or
Sure.
somebody UConn early.
Right,
Right.
early
They
on,
pay, they
right.
pay you
So,
guys to
yeah.
show up and get your ass kicked.
and get our butts kicked. And then once in a while, if you're from my conference, we used to win all the time. So people stopped scheduling us.
Right.
Yeah, we beat Ohio 30-0. We beat UConn 28-27 or whatever. We almost beat BC. So they stopped wanting to play you
Right.
after you
Well,
get
that's
that
how App
close.
State got moved up from the FCS to the FBS because remember App
And they
State was
beat
the
Michigan.
famous upset of Michigan,
Yeah.
and they won so much then at the next level down that they got kicked all the way up.
Yeah.
Now they're in the Sun Belt.
Big show lined up today for our first guest.
Philly knows where
We're-
Appalachian State is.
Yeah, I played right near there. Tony Banks, former NFL quarterback. He was a quarterback. He was in the league for 12 years. He's going to come on the show to talk about his career a little bit and about Jalen Hurts. What I want to get his impressions on.
I
Jalen
I
Hurts.
actually want to hear it too. I mean, I know Tony's a dear friend of mine. We spent 11 days in Japan doing a military morale tour for the NFL, and we had a blast together. Very, very well spoken. He worked as an analyst
for
too.
Fox. He was on
And
Fox,
so
ESPN.
he'll have a great take on Jalen, but I want to see if it's kind of congruent with what we think.
He
about
won a
him.
Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens. And
Well, everybody
he
wanted
started-
him to
by the
play.
way, he started that year.
Yeah.
And then Trent Dilfer
Trent
came in.
Dilfer came in, but
Yeah, well-
he everybody liked Tony.
You know why? You know what the knock? I was reading his bio and everything. He fumbled a lot. He turned the ball over.
Yeah, he'll be the
Yeah,
first to
that's part
say
of
it.
it. There was a
What's-
couple other things. People forget that if you go back to that Ravens team, and Tony can describe this when we have him on in about 30 minutes, Dave, and you know this better than anyone. when you have a coach who wants to run things a certain way, and then the quarterback is not running it the way that he wants, coaches get impatient.
Well, but here's the thing, like Tony Banks. I mean, if you think about quarterbacks that have won the Super Bowl, Trent Dilfer is probably the least talented.
Trent Dilfer, Brad Johnson,
Right.
Jeff Hostetler.
They're all in that cat. Well, Jeff Hostetler was a different cat. He was a backup. Phil Simms got hurt, so they had no choice.
He still was the starting quarterback who won a Super Bowl.
So, but basically, they didn't do anything to hurt the team. But they relied on their defense and other playmakers to get it done.
Yeah, they basically said, if you ever watch that documentary, Bullies of Baltimore, they talk about, they were like, we just needed Dilfer not to lose us any games.
Yeah, their defense was so good.
So the thing was, Dilfer, they said, was like one of the guys, basically. So like he was as tough as they were on defense. So like when he became the starting quarterback, the offense took off because, like I said, Brian Billick, remember, he was the OC for the Minnesota Vikings in 98. So he came to Baltimore wanting to run this like high-powered offense. And the idea was that Banks, who had a howitzer for an arm, the idea was that Tony was going to go out there and just sling it all over the field, but then he wasn't running the offense the way Billick wanted. So then Billick had to begrudgingly go to Dilfer because he didn't want Dilfer. Dilfer was just there to be the backup quarterback.
Right.
But Dilfer was like, look, Dilfer just going to run the offense. He's going to be safe because we can win games with our defense.
All right. And then, of course, we'll talk with the sportsbook consigliere Dave Sharapan live from Las Vegas. And then at 11:30, we got a special announcement we're going to be making. We have a couple guys coming in that we'll hold off until they get in here. But we got a big announcement where the locker room is going to be for football season.
This is big.
It's big.
This is cool.
It's really big.
By the way, I caught a ball from Tony Banks in Japan on a football field, and he's 90 years old now. No, I'm just kidding. Tony threw a ball to me. He was like, I start looking, when I'm running down the field, I can still run a little bit, but I'm running down there. I'm looking like, go, like get it in the air because I'm going to outrun it.
Get it.
And I just kept going, and that ball, it was about 65 yards still.
In the air?
Well, at whatever, he's 49 now, whatever. That thing was sailing. It was still. He hit me about 65 yards down the field. He was like, I don't throw the ball anymore.
Well, it's the whole conversation, Billy. You talked about college football. The guy who's starting for Tennessee this year is Joe Milton. And Joe Milton, they were joking this week on different shows that like Joe Milton is like in like the 1 percentile of arm strength. Like Joe Milton could stand on like the 10-yard line and throw to the other 10 in the air, basically. Yeah. And it's like there are some dudes, Joe Milton, Tony Banks, Jeff George. Remember him and his arm?
Jeff George.
Yeah. Some of these guys, Colts. They just got ridiculous arm
fighting the Illini. He was an Illini.
So I caught a ball I went to the NFL Combine in 2001. I caught a ball from Vic, Breeze. We had when you do the ball drills, whatever, all the quarterbacks stand down and you run down the middle of the field.
Right. You got to make them look good.
Yeah. So I caught balls from all these guys. The Tony at his age probably had the
most zip.
I listen for it. The whistle on the ball.
Is that right?
And if it has a ton of rotation, it's coming faster, and you'll hear the and it'll just come in real. You'll know the speed of the ball. Right. You can hear it. And he used to put some whistle on that ball it was a loud whistle. I know it's coming hard. So you got to really brace for that.
All right. So we got to get to the Phillies, man, because I got to tell you, I don't know what's going on with me, Josh. I mean, a couple years ago, you guys would be telling me, get off my lawn, my old archaic thinking, ready to boo as soon as somebody makes a mistake and get on the players. But ever since August 4th, when Trey Turner got that standing ovation, and the fighting Philadelphia Phillies have been just amazing with their play, coming from behind, hitting 59 home runs in the month of August. I mean, they're fun and exciting to watch. So, like, you can get down, but you're never out with this team. And Bryce Harper and Trey Turner are special players, having special runs right now. But Bryce Harper is the catalyst. The way he loves Philadelphia, the way he reacts to the fans, talks about the fans, listens to sports radio. He has embraced this city. He wanted to be here, and the fans love him. I love him. I think it's great.
The few times when you get a guy
like this, he's special.
Yeah, that embraces the city, embraces its flaws because it has some, and then embraces its passion, then you have the whole team and the whole community kind of energized together. He's a great fit in here.
I mean, Schwarber, he hits a home run in his first at bat, right? I think it was in the first inning. And Zach Wheeler was pitching really well. I almost said Zach Eflin. Zach Wheeler was pitching really well, right? I mean, he had 10 strikeouts. It was even though it was, I think it was 3-1, it was still like a pitching duel. And it was a fun, exciting game to watch. I was glued to the TV, but I wasn't mad at Alec Boehm for making that error. He's been playing so well of late. And there was nobody on that field more disappointed than he was, including fans. And I'm a changed fan, Josh Henning.
I think that's good, though. It shows, maturity on your part that you're willing to grow up and
I'm growing up. Is that what it is, Josh?
Yeah,
I'm growing up.
You're all grown up now, Billy.
If he can grow up, we can all grow up.
Yeah. No, but seriously, Dave, as Dave knows, no athlete's perfect. And the moment that fans can accept that their athletes are not perfect, they're a little more forgiving when they make a mistake here and there.
I think the alcohol has something to do with a lot of the fans' opinions during the game. But after the game, like, oh, that guy's actually, I couldn't have done that. You know what I mean? But during the games, everyone's all,
I mean, am I worried about Alvarado? Am I worried about the bullpen? Yeah. Am I worried about I'm not worried about their defense. I'm not worried about the effort. I love it. The team's exciting to watch. And it's September. These games are meaningful. They're in first. The Philadelphia Phillies are in first spot in wild card. They're 74-60. It's an exciting time right now. So we got baseball, we got football. The Philadelphia Eagles kick it off next Sunday. We got a big announcement that where we're going to be throughout the football season.
Can we also point out that each one of us is wearing a different variation of green today? We didn't if you go to Billy Schweim's YouTube channel, The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, or go to his website, The Locker Room Billy Schweim. Billy has the Kelly Green shirt on for the 97.3 ESPN Locker Room shirts. Dave Klemic has Dave has on top. Dave has the Mainland.
By the way, your Mainland Mustangs had a big win
crushed Ocean City yesterday.
Crushed them last night.
So Dave is proudly wearing that Under Armour Mainland pullover he's got on.
And you've got
I got the Eagles midnight green Jameson Eagles shirt that I was given last year when I was on site with Billy Schweim in the locker room.
All right, so we got a great show today. We're all eagled up. Next week, actually Thursday kicks off the NFL schedule. So a lot to talk about today. Only 2 hours to get it in. Remind people that the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing with the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, Captain Chucky's is now in Seal City. Try their famous crab cakes, steamed shrimp, selection of soups and appetizers, Marciano's stuffed breads, pierogies from the Pierogi Kitchen, stocks, pound cake, and more. Just take, bake, and enjoy. Call 609-905-CRAB. Visit CaptainChucky'sInSeattle.com. Go down there and say hello to owners John and Kathy McCann, 4111 Landis Avenue, to see all they have to offer. Online ordering and local delivery is available. Captain Chucky's in Seattle. It's crab with an attitude. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker with Billy Schweim and Dave Klemic right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Notre Dame football on 97.3 ESPN. Listen every Saturday as the Fighting Irish take on the nation's best football programs.
Hi, Notre Dame fans. This is Tony Simeone. Join me, Super Bowl champion Ryan Harris and Johnny Soper this Saturday, September 2nd, as Notre Dame returns home to play the Tennessee State Tigers. Tune in right here on your home for Notre Dame football.
Listen this Saturday to Notre Dame football on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 3:30.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
When you open the Bet Parks app, you're in the zone. Winning is always a rush, but the money is in the moments. It's the confidence and underdogs covering, the tension before a clutch turnover, and the pride of a parlay paying off. It's another chance to win big with all-day action. Plus, win your first $10 bet and get $125 in sports bonus bets. You play for fun, you love to win. You bet. Bet Parks.
21 in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Ohio, or Maryland. Gambling problem? 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you open the Bet Parks app, you're in the zone. Winning is always a rush, but the money is in the moments. It's the anticipation of another face card, the thrill of an extra spin, and the pure joy of a jackpot. It's all your favorite games at your fingertips. Plus, get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. You play for fun, you love to win. You bet. Bet Parks.
Must be 21 in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Ohio, or Maryland. Gambling problem? 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chief wide receiver and Mainland High School graduate. Dave Klemic is with us throughout the football season. And, of course, Josh Hennick producing. I'm just amazed at how Philadelphia and South Jersey like that Bryce Harper is. He's like he keeps professing how much he loves our fans, loves playing here. And why not, man?
Where does he live? You know where
he's from? Vegas.
But where does he live? Does he live around?
I think he lives in Haddonfield.
Haddonfield.
Yeah.
That's a great
spot.
All the players live in Haddonfield.
But you know what I'm saying, Dave? Like this is a special time. I want people to embrace it. I want people to really get excited. Yeah, it was a disappointing loss last night, but I like this Phillies team.
No,
they're not like if you look at Dave, if you look at like the most lovable teams, like teams in the city, I would have to say it's between the 93 Phillies and the 2008 Phillies. Agreed? How about you agree to that, Josh?
Wait, so
as far as lovable teams,
93 for sure.
Very subjective.
I mean, 2008.
80 was loved, but it was such a long time ago. I mean, I was a senior in high school.
So here's how I look at it. From 80 was a culmination of multiple years of making the postseason to finally win it.
Because they struggled beating the Dodgers throughout the 70s.
Right. 93,
Cincinnati.
No one saw coming. And that's why you were there for the ride. 2008, I felt there was more juice for 2009 than 2006 after they won the World Series, it was like, can they do it again? You know?
People love Jimmy Rollins. People love Chase Utley, Ryan Howard. I get it.
But
Cole
I think
Hamels.
Harper's more popular than those.
But
guys.
I do too. I think this is the most popular athlete, and this is a big statement right here. I think Bryce Harper is now by far the most popular athlete ever in Philadelphia. I mean,
I don't know about ever.
Bobby Clark was loved in this city, in this town, in this area. All right, Mike Schmidt, he was a great, one of the best third basemen ever. But he was always like not really totally embraced by the city because of his cavalier attitude, I guess, at times. You know what I mean? Like
Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper he's a great player, but the way he gives it back, he gives the love back to us. It's amazing.
Bryce Harper is the most popular player in Philadelphia since Allen Iverson.
Oh, no doubt. But I think
that's how I would.
Mike Schmidt. We're not.
Mike Schmidt wasn't as popular because Schmidt was popular because he's a Hall of Famer.
Right.
He wasn't popular because
he wasn't
identified with him.
Yeah, he wasn't
like people look at Harper and they're like, he's one of us.
Yeah. Like, do you know what I'm
like
saying?
Iverson would score a bucket. He would high five with random fans, not on the regular baseline. He run up a tunnel and high five people after getting fouled.
I think Bryce Harper, even though that's a great one, Allen Iverson was definitely loved to this day. But I think Bryce Harper has passed it. Just the way he says the right things. He has the right attitude. He's like, look, the last month he's been like a cartoon superhero character with his bat.
I wonder if that's dangerous. And when it comes to a contract time, they're like, "Oh, we're going to pay him
less."
He's
locked in for another 6-7 years.
I forgot about that. They guarantee those kids contracts. They're so lucky.
Yeah,
I
mean,
lucky.
Harper and Turner are both playing on 10-year contracts, so it's like they're not going to be up for.
Look at Schwarber. Schwarber's batting what 189, but he's got 38 home runs now, and people are
so weird.
It's the weirdest thing, but you can't. They're winning. You can't. I've been trying my best, my darndest to really get on Schwarber. I've done it all year, but I can't. I like the guy. Right,
well,
Josh?
Look,
Trey Turner's had a miserable first half of the season.
I don't know what to say on the most lovable because I'm trying to think of one that's more. That goes, well, over time, I think it's been Ron Jaworski. Over time.
Well, Ron's loved because Ron's a great guy.
Yeah.
But you remember when he was a player, while he was the face of the Eagles, he still lost the Super Bowl, and people gave him a hard time for that.
Yeah, and then he got booed off the field because everybody wanted Randall to come in because Randall was so electric.
Well, I think Ron Jaworski's
more
love
popular post football.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I said over time
and respected too. You know.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about this Bryce Harper. I mean, he's talking about people that he hears on the radio. You know, things like that. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
So if he's walking down the street next to Allen Iverson, you think people are going to be like, "Yeah, Bryce," or they're going to be like, "Yeah,
it's half and half."
I think
it's half and half.
I think it's half and half.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, that would be a great picture.
Yeah,
have them leaning against one of the tallest buildings in Philadelphia, like their backs to it. Would that be a great picture?
It's an edit. You can do that. You're good at
Photoshop,
right?
Not that good.
Photoshop that.
Photoshop does not fall in my.
Let me ask you this:
my resume.
If Jalen Hurts could win the MVP this year, if he continues, if he wins an MVP, he says the right things. I'm really excited to get Tony Banks's take on Jalen Hurts, because I think Jalen Hurts has the ability to be every bit as popular as Bryce Harper and be loved like Allen Iverson in this city. Those three guys are iconic right now.
Before you knew how good of a player he was in the NFL, you had to go look at his college career and see how humble he was, how successful at every program.
Coach, right? I mean, he's been coached his whole life, basically.
Go back on old interviews, and I heard him on Manning, and he was fantastic.
Yes.
He was so good and humble and level-headed.
I wish Jalen Hurts gave us a little bit more. Like Bryce Harper gives you everything.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, he still says Jalen Hurts still says the right things, has the right attitude. You know what I mean?
He's kind of ice cold because if he doesn't get too high, he doesn't get too low. Remember, he had the Super Bowl fumble. That didn't affect him at all. He went on and outplayed. He played incredible for the rest of the game.
Like Wheeler last night, gives up a home run, but he settles down and gets that rowdy Tellez the next game. He strikes him out. I mean, he settled right down.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing Tony's take on Jalen, because that's a quarterback to a quarterback.
So we have two athletes in this city right now that are just like head and shoulders above the rest in Bryce Harper and Jalen Hurts.
It's a shame Harper didn't start the year healthy because there's arguments that could be made that he could win the MVP.
Mookie Betts is having a great year, though. I mean, he's just
honestly, the guy I would give it to is Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman's another
Freeman's
one.
probably going.
By the way, I watched a little bit of the Dodgers Atlanta game last night. Listen.
I'm proud of you, Bill. That's a good job by you.
As much as I love the Philadelphia Phillies, and I think they've got a legitimate shot, they got their work cut out for them against the Braves. I mean, they're going to have to play the best. They're going to have to play error-free baseball.
You know what? Ronald Acuna is the first player in baseball history with at least 30 home runs and a minimum of 60 stolen bases in a season.
Yeah.
Think about how ridiculous that is. No one else has ever done that. We've had 40-40 guys.
I just saw that 30-60. I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
It's like this is
30 home runs,
30,
60 stolen bases.
What did he just get his citizenship too, or something like that?
He got married.
He's got married. Yeah.
And
hey,
then
listen, but Bryce Harper.
He got married before the game a few days ago.
Yeah, that's what I.
Bryce Harper is Mr. August. You know how many home runs in his career he's hit in August?
More than us?
Yeah. He's hit more home runs in August than any other month. Do you have any idea how many he's hit, Josh? Let's ask the Mr. Encyclopedia over there.
So just for the month of October?
No, just for the month of August.
Oh, month of August. I'm sorry.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
How many years has he been playing?
I mean, he's been playing for 10 years now. So I'm going to assume that
he's hit more home runs in the month of August than any other month. Can you guess how many home runs he's hit?
78.
Very good. That's a great guess, but incorrect. 66.
Okay, so it's a little less than I thought.
April he's hit 54, May he's hit 55, September he's hit 49, which is pretty good, but 66 in August. So we're blessed. We should just enjoy what we're going through right now, and let's roll with it. First hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement service for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 to give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Stanton Insurance Group. That's SIG Protection. Don't get burned this summer. Choose Stanton Insurance Group for better coverage than your sunscreen. Protecting families, homes, automobiles, businesses in New Jersey and Pennsylvania for over 25 years. Stanton helps you select the right insurance company for the best combination of protection and service at a competitive rate. Get insurance coverage you need today. Visit sigprotection.com for a quote. That's SIG protection.com. All right, when we return, we'll talk with former NFL quarterback Tony Banks. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Dave Klemic right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Tonight on Compass Media Network's coverage of NCAA football, the hunt for the national championship begins in Happy Valley as the 7th-ranked Penn State Nittany Lions host the West Virginia Mountaineers. Hi, this is TJ Reed. Join LeVar Arrington and me for all the action as James Franklin and the Nittany Lions get a tough opening week test against upset-minded West Virginia. It's number 7 Penn State and West Virginia.
It's College Football Saturday on 97.3 ESPN.
Coverage begins after Notre Dame football.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call Lenigan again and again. Call Lenigan again and again.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org lines. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Your palace awaits. Caesars Palace Online Casino is now live. Download today and register using code RADIOLAUNCH. New users get a $10 sign-up bonus, a 100% deposit match up to $1,000, and 2,500 reward credits after wagering $25. Must be 21 and physically present in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, or West Virginia. Minimum wagering within 7 days required to unlock bonuses. Full terms and wagering requirements at CaesarsPalaceOnline.com/promos. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In West Virginia, all games regulated by the West Virginia Lottery. Please play responsibly.
Every piece of land has a story. For the Nelsons, it's cruising around their Montana ranch on a John Deere Gator XUV 835R. With 3,000 acres, there's plenty of work to do.
We're not afraid to jump in and help each other out.
That's how they've kept their ranch going for 5 generations.
It's all about efficiency.
Like teaching visitors to fly fish.
The whole joy with fly fishing is matching the hatch.
Run with us on a Gator XUV 835R and start telling your story. Learn more at johndeere.com/radio.
WellCare of New Jersey is now Fidelis Care. We're the health plan you know with a new name and look. If you're a member, nothing is changing. You have the same benefits and services and can continue to see the doctors you trust in our New Jersey network. And if you need health insurance, count on us for quality, affordable coverage. WellCare of New Jersey is now Fidelis Care. Call 1-888-453-2534, TTY 711, or visit fideliscarenj.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Swine on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northville. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chief, wide receiver Dave Klemic, of course, Josh Hennick producing, keeping us on the air. And our first guest today is he's had 12 years in the NFL as a quarterback. And you were talking about the zip. He had such a good arm that you could hear the ball whistle as it came into you.
Yeah, he's just messing around. Like, I was like, how much pepper are you putting on that? He's like, not much. And I'm like, that ball is hissing from the time it leaves his hand. You usually hear it accelerate. Like, you hear this was coming out of his hand like this. Right, you can hear it from the time it left his hand. So it was like you could almost like in a vacuum, like if you're playing in like an indoor place, when you catch a ball from a quarterback, you almost hear it when you have to turn your head. It's just not loud. His was quite loud.
Let's go to the Toms River Auto Group Studio Sports Hotline. Welcome into the locker room, former NFL quarterback Tony Banks. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, gentlemen. Thanks for having me.
So did you try, when you threw the ball to Dave Klemic, you try to throw it through his chest?
I was a little older then, so it wasn't what it used to be. But yeah, got a little zip.
You're a Sparty. You played at Michigan State. Of course, you were a second-round pick in the NFL draft, number 42 overall. What was it like making the transition from Michigan State to the NFL? How was that for you?
Well, I got to play my senior year for Nick Saban, so at least schematically and football IQ-wise, I was ready to make that jump, and that had been a goal of mine. I mean, so I chose Michigan State. They were letting me focus on football as opposed to school, which is what I wanted to do at the time. So, it suited both parties at the time.
Hey, Tony, we're looking at your, of course, looking at your bio and everything. You played baseball. You were in the Twins organization. What sport did you like better, football or baseball?
I always loved football and basketball better than baseball. Baseball just came easy to me. I think baseball is the sport I played the most growing up. I didn't play football until my junior year in high school, and basketball I played pretty much throughout my whole childhood too. But baseball, they offered me that money, and I took it, and I was miserable.
Show me the money. Tony, the Philadelphia Phillies, I don't know if you've been paying attention to Major League Baseball. We got a team here that just won't quit. Talk about like the intestinal fortitude you must have, like when you get down and you got to come back and you do it. How cool that is.
Oh, no doubt. And it takes a strong core group of guys to keep guys focused, especially in a long season like baseball. Bryce Harper coming back and fighting through that injury and, the rehab and all that. He seems like, he's got that mental fortitude to be able to keep guys kind of in line and keep the eyes on the prize.
We were just commenting before you got on the air with us that Philadelphia right now, we have two very special athletes, Bryce Harper and Jalen Hurts. Bryce Harper for the Phillies, Jalen Hurts from the Eagles. He's on his way. I mean, people doubted him last year. Remember, Dave, going into the season, is he going to be the starter? What kind of season? He silenced all his critics, Tony. You kind of similar. You were in the second round pick. I think he was Jalen Hurts was 53 overall. You were 42. But what were the expectations for you coming out of college?
There were none, really. I was the first quarterback drafted in 1996, but they had just signed Steve Walsh to a big contract. Mark Rippon was on the roster. So they planned on developing me and getting me acclimated to the NFL game for at least a year or two. But Steve Walsh wasn't very good, and I had a great preseason. And then by, I think, week 4 is when I made my first start and set a bunch of rookie records back when, throwing for 200 yards a game was a lot. Now that's nothing. So it was similar in ways. But, that offense in Philly is really catered to Jalen Hurts. And I'm a huge Jalen Hurts fan, even before he started silencing critics. And I'll tell you why. Because winning a national championship using his legs in Alabama, it's really difficult for guys to win at that level, at that position, doing it that way, and then to go back to the drawing board and say, I need to improve in certain areas. And he just went and focused on that and really improved his last year in college and made himself into a quality NFL quarterback, and then kept plugging away. And now he's one of the top QBs in the game. It's fun to watch.
We're talking with longtime NFL quarterback Tony Banks. Tony, you go to Baltimore, you win a Super Bowl, you get yourself a ring. How hard is it to go in the camp the next year after winning? I mean, I know the Eagles didn't win last year, but it's very hard to get back to the Super Bowl. How hard is it for this team, in your opinion, to keep focused and get back to where they want to be, and that would be winning the Super Bowl?
Man, with that O&D line they have, I mean, they're going to be right there in the thick of things regardless. They got a lot of depth. They got a lot of really good players. And when you can control the line of scrimmage and have a quarterback that makes good decisions and have some speed on the outside, I mean, it's going to be interesting. If anybody can get back to where they were last year, it's going to be the Eagles. I think they're the favorites to win the NFC East. And we're going to see here coming up pretty soon when they got the Patriots, I think, first week, right?
4:25 next Sunday. Yes.
So, and Tony, I miss you, buddy. I really did. He's one of the guys that we hung out in Japan on a military morale tour for Armed Forces Entertainment. And I fell in love with this guy. Like, I was like, he would have been my roommate in college. Like, if we met each other back then, we just vibed on so many different levels. I didn't want to talk to him ahead of this because I wanted the conversation to be kind of like real, we haven't talked to each other. Yeah. But we text each other about stuff all the time. Tony, I was thinking about Jalen Hurts and like how he's just a Swiss Army knife. Like you nailed it, because it's what I said. He could run it. He learned to run. He learned to pass. And I know one of the other coaches that said, he can do anything. You could just mold him to the offense. That's rare. And I just heard you kind of agree with that, but what do you think Jalen Hurts' best attribute is?
I think it's his work ethic, man. I know in my day, a lot of black quarterbacks were accused of not putting in the work and studying in the film room and being the first to get into the building and the last one to leave. But he's definitely not that guy. His leadership qualities just jump off the table. So he's really a well-rounded athlete, let alone quarterback. So, but I still think his legs are what's going to make him unique still. His ability to extend plays. And when you can do that in the NFL, you know how hard it is to cover these NFL receivers. I mean, these guys, you're lucky to get anywhere near for 3 seconds. If you're able to buy another second or two, that's when the big plays happen. And that's why he's so much fun to watch, because he can stay on script, and then when he gets off script, he's even more dangerous.
We're talking with longtime 12-year NFL veteran quarterback Tony Banks. Tony, the only thing we worry about with Jalen Hurts, we got to limit the hits. You took some hits, and as a quarterback, you got to be limber. You don't want your arm. You don't want to be taking extra shots. So when you're running the ball, how hard is it in your mind to just like say to yourself, get out of bounds, don't take a hit? As a competitor, you want that extra yard.
Yeah. It took me to my third year in the NFL before I ran out of bounds. So, and it was a big shot by safety from the Vikings, and separated my throwing shoulder, so that ended up being my worst season of my career, and then get traded after that, trying to play through that. So there is a fine line, but Jalen really does a good job of not getting hit square. You know, a lot of good backs are like that too, where they can, you know, get skinny when they have to, get out of bounds, slide. So he's pretty smart. As much as he runs, he's smart about it, but you don't want to take away a player's like that improvisational ability. You know, you want him to be able to make those plays, but also make sure he's smart about it. So the more reps and the more games he plays, the smarter he's going to get about those things.
That's what I think. So after this season, when he's getting paid now pretty well, is that going to affect? Do you think that's going to affect his kind of his expectations? Sometimes it's kind of cool to be the dark horse and kind of like just show up and prove everybody wrong all the time. Does that change after a year where now everyone expects him to be? I mean, besides Patrick Mahomes, he's probably got
because like you said, last year going into the season, it was a question mark.
Right.
Now we know what we have. Are those expectations a lot higher this year, Tony?
Well, they are from outside of the building, I'm sure, but I think the Eagles' expectations of themselves is to be one game better than they were last year. And I think for some quarterbacks, some players, when you get the money and, you know, now that he's a Pro Bowler and everybody expects him to show up and show out, I think some players it can affect them. But Jalen's got strong faith. He's like I said, his leadership qualities just jump off the page. Anytime I hear him speak, you know, he's a really humble guy. And so I don't think it's going to affect him that much. I don't think his approach is going to change. And he's just a tireless worker. And when you put in that work and with a solid offense and offensive mind behind him, I think sky's the limit. I think he's going to have an even better year statistically. And I don't even know if the Eagles need him to do that. But, you know, it means a lot to him. Like, I think football and winning is first and foremost. So I talk about sometimes when I do these interviews about a guy like Tom Brady. Like, so when I was coming up, people were telling me, no way you can be a quarterback in the NFL. No way you can do this. So, and then no way you're going to be a starter. You know, so when I accomplished those things, it was almost like I had arrived. Right. Whereas a guy like Tom Brady, Jalen Hurts, guys like Russell Wilson, guys like Peyton Manning, those guys don't wake up like I'm going to be a starter. They wake up like I'm going to be a winner. So
that's pretty cool.
There's a big difference there from guys like me to guys like, you know, physical ability is one thing. If it was about physical ability and throwing a spiral, I'd still be playing at 50.
So Dave, Tony and Dave, let me ask you this quick, because you guys both played in the NFL. Is it different for some guys? Some guys it's just enough to make it to the NFL, but then like Tony just said, you want to be not just playing, you want to be great and you want to win all the time. Do a lot of guys get to the NFL and say, I've accomplished my goal? I guess
I don't even know if for me, I didn't realize that until I was able to, when I was done playing and able to kind of reflect back on my career and why a guy with my physical ability didn't have the success that I thought I was going to have. You know, I threw for a bunch of yards and started a bunch of games, but it wasn't like when you think about Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Drew Brees, some of the, you know, the GOATs at that position, they're not physically
Joe Montana.
Other guys.
Look at Joe Montana. I mean, he's
Joe Montana. Yeah, there's the list goes on, and it's about those guys waking up with just the desire to win by any means necessary. You know, when I work out quarterbacks and quarterbacks throw an ugly, accurate ball, I was like, that's Peyton Manning ball right there. Like, Peyton Manning didn't throw a pretty ball.
His ball does wobble. It does. It always did.
Like Billy Kilmer.
He's got a wobbly ball.
Yeah, but so some quarterbacks are just flat out winners, right? They just win.
Some people just in general, whether it be athletes or CEOs of major corporations, some guys are just, you know, have that innate ability that refuse to lose. It's not even maybe about, you know, winning, just refuse to lose.
Right.
You know, like they talk about Jordan's will to win at everything. So it's no secret why he was the greatest of all time.
It's funny. Like I heard this about Jalen Hurts. Somebody sat near him on the plane going to like California or whatever. And they said, this is like in June or July. Or like he was watching film the entire flight. They were just kind of like, oh, it's Jalen Hurts.
He's squared away.
And he was watching film for 4 or 5 hours just the whole time breaking down film. And that's just like what he did on his vacation. You know
Well,
what I
he
mean?
was
So, like,
Tony. He was Dave. He was interviewed a little while ago, a couple of weeks ago at Sports Illustrated, and they said, "Does football define you?" He said, "No, football is everything to me." Like other people try to say, football is not the only thing about me, but he said, "No, football is my life."
well, I think you nailed it, Tony, when you said about his faith too. And I try, I mean, like, you know, you could, me and you talk about it all the time too.
Well,
but
faith
like,
is important.
yeah, like, so those guys you could trust because where they prioritize, and then you could see the guys in the league that have been successful have also been, in my opinion, and in my team, the guys with the most devout Christians. To be honest, that's what I saw.
Dave, I played junior college, and Tony, I played at Lees McRae Junior College in Banner Oak, North Carolina. Before every game,
I was a JUCO guy too.
What's that?
Yeah, he was
I
a JUCO
guy too.
Yeah,
we
prayed. I mean, we do the Lord's Prayer before every game.
Yeah, for sure.
Jalen, I've heard from his coach, Chip Smith, trained him before the NFL Combine, and he goes, "You're gonna love this guy. You're Philadelphia. You just got this." He said before when we just got him, and I wasn't sure because I really liked. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna Carson Wentz. I love Carson Wentz.
Yeah, right. But he just.
But when it came time to show, he was a kind of a Bible thumping guy. When it came time when Jalen Hurts outplayed him, he didn't act like a Christian anymore.
Right.
Like he didn't.
Right.
He changed.
Yeah, that's true too. That's a good observation.
And that was, and that's what Coach Vermeil, his criticism of Carson Wentz was also that he's thumping the Bible, but he didn't.
So Tony, let me ask you this question. Then, you know, you were a starter, you were a backup. Is there animosity? Is there, like, in the NFL? Are you there to, like, you know, you're fighting for your food, basically. You put food on your table. What's it like when you either beat a guy out or you got somebody chasing you on your heels, like the relationship?
Well, you know, I finished my career in Houston. That was my only time really as a backup. And fortunately, David Carr was, you know, the number one pick that year, and I didn't view myself as a backup. But David was such a good kid, great family man, you know, strong Christian kid. Really had some great characteristics, so it wasn't hard, you know, for me. But I never, because I had some physical gifts, I never felt threatened by anybody, you know. Right. So in our Super Bowl year, when I ended up losing my job in midseason, I was not a great backup. You know, I was bitter.
Yeah.
I still don't wear that Super Bowl ring.
I asked him. I just asked Dave before he brought you. I said, "Does Tony wear his ring?" He said no.
No. You know, because then you got to go through the questions. Oh, you won a Super Bowl. Oh, well, what position did you play? Oh, I thought Trent Dilfer. Well, I was like, I ain't gonna deal with that. So yeah, Trent was a great backup to me. You know, I just got my biggest contract before that year after the '99 season, and Trent was an awesome backup. But then when the tables were turned, you know, I didn't think. I mean, we went 5-1, and then you know, we lost 2 games in a row. Our offense wasn't very good at the time. So I didn't think I deserved to be demoted, but that's what it was. And I was still, what was I, like 28, I think, at the time. So I still felt that a lot of football left. And honestly, Trent wasn't a very physical, gifted quarterback. So watching him in practice was frustrating. You know? And they changed the offense, started running it a lot more. And that was really what we needed. Now that I can go reflect, like, we wouldn't have won the Super Bowl with me because they let me audible at the line of scrimmage. They gave me a lot of freedom. So if I ever saw something, I was going to a pass. You know, Trent would audible to a run. And I ain't never going to do that.
I laugh because I'm like, where do you see how honest this guy's going to be?
Who audibles to a run?
Right.
Tony, I got to tell you, man, it's great having you on. You, what do you think about? You know, you say that you think the Eagles are going to do well. What do you? Can you make like a prediction? How well do you think they're going to do this year?
Man, me being a Hurts fan and just really love that offense, and it's so much fun to watch. And that D line you guys have. I mean, I won't go further than winning the NFC East, but that gets you. You know, that gets you. I think you guys will be home field advantage again, and then you know. Then anything can happen. You know, you stay healthy and keep winning the line of scrimmage. You know, you got a chance until you run up maybe against Mahomes again.
Yeah, right.
But, you know, they got a bunch of young receivers this year. This is the problem when you do win a lot of games. You know, everybody else wants your players. So it's hard to keep them. And that's what the Chiefs keep going through. That's what, you guys have done a really good job of keeping the core there, but I don't know how long you're going to be able to do that.
They keep coming after you in more ways than one.
They're all going to break up for the money. But for now, we kept everybody together. I actually worked with a little bit with James Bradbury too before this. And he was a smaller school guy that went in the second round.
Yeah.
And he plays with a big chip on his shoulder, defensively, offensively. I'm glad you talked about the D-line because they're special, man.
All right, listen, Tony, unfortunately, we got to run, but listen, man, we really appreciate you taking time Saturday morning to talk with us here in the locker room, and have a great rest of your weekend.
Tony, love you. I'll call you after.
All right, love you too, Dave. All right, man.
All right, there he is, former NFL quarterback Tony Banks on the Toms River Auto Group Sports Hotline. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Dave Klemic right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The 2023 Eagles season is here, and this is your radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. It's week one as the Eagles head to New England next Sunday to take on the Patriots.
And then he's sacked! Brandon Graham!
Eagles radio network coverage begins at 3 p.m. Maryland Mike call all the action starting at 4:25. This is South Jersey's official home for Philadelphia Eagles football. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
When you open the Bet Parks app, you're in the zone. Winning is always a rush, but the money is in the moments. It's the energy of being all in, passion of a perfect parlay, and the pure joy of a jackpot. It's another opportunity to win big every day of the week. Sign up for Bet Parks and get a welcome offer today. You play for fun, you love to win. You bet. Bet Parks.
Must be 21 and in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Ohio, or Maryland. Gambling problem? 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's time for live music. It's time to dance. It's time to visit Parks Casino, the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Get into 360 for the best local bands and live entertainment. Friday, September 8th, music by Don't Call Me Francis. Saturday, September 9th, Soul Cruisers take the stage. Plus, Joe Conklin's Comedy Night every other Thursday. The fun never stops at Parks Casino. Parks Casino, this is how you win.
This is how you win.
21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This Labor Day at the Home Depot, we're rolling out store-wide savings, like a new lower price of $99 on the Ryobi One Plus 18-volt 2-tool kit, because we see long weekends as an opportunity to power up your projects. With the One Plus battery system that works on over 280 products and counting. All driving you to do more this Labor Day at the Home Depot. Get the Ryobi One Plus 18-volt 2-tool kit for a new low price of $99. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Don't miss the Atlantic City In-Water Boat Show. 4 days only. September 7th to the 10th at the Golden Nugget Marina. Free self-parking, live entertainment. Kids under 12 are free. Buy advanced discount tickets at acinwaterboatshow.com.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
We're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Dave Klemic. He was very candid. Tony Banks was. It was great.
I told you he's going to be so honest that it's going to like shock you.
That's what we want here in the locker room.
Not a lot of people
baby.
would give them tell the bad part of themselves too. You know.
Hour 2, we'll talk with the sportsbook consigliere Dave Sharapan live from Las Vegas, and then you don't want to miss it. Got to stick around. The locker room's got a big announcement that we're gonna be making here at the bottom of the second hour, 11:30. Big announcement for where the locker room is going to be throughout the football season.
It's exciting. I would, stick around to hear this. It's very cool.
So we have that. We'll talk a little Eagles football, a little bit more Phillies, and can't wait to hear what the sportsbook consigliere Dave Sharapan has to say. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Dave Klemic, Josh Henning, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
College football returns to ESPN Radio.
This is what's so great about college football. These matchups, these brands.
It's a top 10 showdown in Orlando, Florida, when 5th-ranked LSU goes head-to-head with 8th-ranked Florida State.
The winner is thrust into the title contender conversation. It's a really big game for both teams.
Coverage begins tomorrow at 7 Eastern on ESPN Radio. Football lives on 97.3 ESPN FM, South Jersey's football station.
When you open the BetParks app, you're in the zone. Winning is always a rush, but the money is in the moments. It's the energy of being all in, the passion of a perfect parlay, and the pure joy of a jackpot. It's another opportunity to win big every day of the week. Sign up for BetParks and get a welcome offer today. You play for fun, you love to win. You bet. BetParks.
Must be 21 in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Ohio, or Maryland. Gambling problem? 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's time for live music. It's time to dance. It's time to visit Parks Casino, the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Get into 360 for the best local bands and live entertainment. Friday, September 8th, music by Don't Call Me Francis. Saturday, September 9th, Soul Cruisers take the stage. Plus, Joe Conklin's Comedy Night every other Thursday. The fun never stops at Parks Casino. Parks Casino, this is how you win. This is how you win. Listen, 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Every piece of land has a story. Some right there is behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor, like the Upshaws.
This is my tractor Penny. It's all about attention to detail.
But the Nelsons love cruising around their expansive Montana ranch in their John Deere Gator UV.
We've been here since 1868.
While the Caggianos drive a John Deere zero-turn mower to keep their Long Island brewery looking sharp.
Don't call me, don't bother me. I'm going out to mow for a couple hours.
Run with us and start telling your story. Learn more at johndeere.com/radio.
Every business deserves a great deal. That's why, for a limited time, we're launching the Mobile Made Free event. With Comcast Business Internet, new and existing customers can get 1 year of unlimited mobile for free. Yep, you heard that right. An entire year, free. It's our best internet, powered by the next generation 10G network and with 99.9% reliability, plus 1 line of free mobile for a year. The Mobile Made Free event is happening now.
Get started with fast speeds and advanced security for $49 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Plus, ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying bundle. Call or go online to learn more. Offer ends 9/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and automatic payments. New 50 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Mobile offer requires 100 megabits per second internet and new unlimited intro mobile service.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be signs that your digestive system isn't working at its best? But taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil supports your daily digestive health using a special plant-based fiber called psyllium. Psyllium works by forming a gel in your digestive system to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Metamucil's gelling action also helps to promote heart health and slows down sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. Start feeling lighter and more energetic by taking Metamucil every day.
Don't miss the Atlantic City In-Water Boat Show. 4 days only, September 7th to the 10th at the Golden Nugget Marina. Free self-parking, live entertainment. Kids under 12 are free. Buy advanced discount tickets at acinwaterboatshow.com.
South Jersey's play-by-play home for the Eagles,
Touchdown!
Sixers, and Flyers.
Oh, big save by Carter Hart.
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station.
Red 83.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, Josh Henning. By the way, we're coming back on the air, and I don't know what it is, but Josh and Dave have their shades on, and they're taking pictures of each other. What are you guys doing?
I just thought we'd change it up today. We all wear sunglasses.
Is your future so bright you're wearing shades?
Oh, yeah.
I thought we were doing
Love
it because the sportsbook Consigliere is just such a cool character.
Yeah, I want him to see us with all our
Yeah,
sunglasses.
keep those
Billy,
sunglasses. I
brought
left
another
my
pair.
sunglasses in the
Hold
car.
on, I got a pair for you.
I
right
think
here.
give me have the sunglasses.
I got a cool
Check
pair.
us out. We're streaming live.
Now,
on
Billy,
my-
how is that going to work with your reading spectrum?
Well, I'm going to take them off. I don't need to read when the books. I don't bring newspapers anymore. That's not true.
Well, no,
All right.
the truth is that Billy brings less newspapers than he used to. Like when Billy first started doing this.
Well, I don't want Dave ragging on me
years
all the time.
ago.
I don't want the sports.
They look good on you.
When Billy first started doing this gig, he would have like 5 different newspapers. Now he's down to just one.
Look, I got one.
So it's progress.
I will say this: I'm impressed by his preparation. He does
Proper
come prepared.
preparation prevents piss poor performance.
Are you allowed to say the P word on the radio?
Yeah. we do have a legal disclaimer before the segment. So.
All right, let's go to the Toms River Auto Group Studio Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room. My favorite segment every weekend, the Sportsbook Consigliere, Dave Sharapan.
What are you guys doing with the glasses?
Well, but you're such a star. Your star is so bright that we figured we better all get the shades on for you. Look,
Well, I wasn't prepared for this, but I'm always prepared. I heard
Hey!
you talking about preparation.
Yes,
so
he had him right with him.
I'll keep these raw in the whole segment. Everybody, I want to be part of the crowd. I wear the Philly stuff. I didn't know it was Eagles Day, but that's okay.
Well,
That's
we
all
were
right.
saying before you
No,
came
it's
on, Dave. So Dave Klemic's actually wearing his Mainland regional, pullover.
Who
'cause
beat
he's
Ocean City? Who smoked Ocean City last night?
Right.
35-0.
Right. It just happens to be the same color as the Billy Schweim's Kelly Green 97.3 shirt. And then I just happened, I didn't know they were wearing theirs, so I decided to wear my Eagles
By the way,
shirt.
Dave,
I don't believe you, Josh. I believe that you told everybody to wear green today. Something
He sent us a memo.
Yeah, there was a memo. Internal
Dave, do
memo.
you really
Something was
think they
happening.
listen to me that closely? You really think they are going to listen to me if I tell them to wear something?
I'm the
Billy doesn't
quarterback.
listen to
I'm the
anybody. I don't know.
quarterback at his show. Hey, by the way, Book, what size shirt do you wear?
Depends. If it shrinks, I need a double X. If it doesn't shrink, I need an XL.
See the 97.3 ESPN Eagles. Look at it. See the Eagles on the
Yeah.
sleeve there. Look at
Wow.
the back. I'm going to turn around for you.
Be
For
careful.
those who don't
Billy.
know, Billy is on the YouTube channel turning
Oh, yeah.
around the show. Sharapan is back.
You see that? It says the locker room with Billy Schwein. You like that?
I saw a
Dave?
little butt
Great.
crack.
You're gonna send me. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna send you a text. Give me your address, and you're
Okay.
gonna get a white one, and you're gonna get a green one.
Wow. I'll
So
walk
that you're
that all
prepared.
around Vegas. That'll be great. People will be
Sportsbook,
screaming at me
what's
like, what are
going
you
on
doing
with-
with the locker room? That'll be good.
Sportsbook. What's going on with all these big spreads? Officially first week of college football, 36 point. East Carolina's getting 36. Virginia's getting 28. Buffalo's getting 21. Rice 35. What's
Yeah.
going on with the books?
Listen, Billy, you gotta try at some point to get some dog money, when you do these things the first week. So spreads are a little inflated, but in years past, games went like they did last night, like Stanford beats Iowa or Hawaii.
Hawaii, yeah.
So favorites win and cover probably more in the first week of college football than they do later. The numbers there's a lot of guessing going on too, Billy. There's teams playing each other that don't normally play each other. There's matchups that you really don't know how it's going to go. So you hang up 21 and let people bet it. What are you going to do? You're going to take the dog, Billy. I know you're not afraid to lay a favorite, Billy.
Well, Billy already told us earlier that he doesn't like my strategy, Dave.
No, I don't, because
I go with the value play, and Billy was like, "Well, I like to bet on the games that I'm watching." So
Yes.
him and I have completely different philosophies.
Oh boy.
So Dave, we got to know. Here's what we're going to do with you throughout this whole football season.
What?
I don't have any money. I don't have 2 nickels to rub. I'm so poor I can't even pay attention. I don't have 2 nickels to rub. I need you to make me some money. You're the sportsbook consigliere.
Billy, I'm not responsible for making
you're gonna
anybody
give me-
any money.
You're
I'm
going to
not
give
getting
me 2
paid either.
picks.
You know what I mean? Come on. What do you want me to do?
You're going
the
to give me
winners?
2 picks. You're going to give me 2 picks of games that I want to watch.
Well,
And you're going to make me money. I'm writing them down.
I'll help you with the games you want to watch, but I can't help you, make money, because I'll tell you sometimes what games to like or to play, and you're just going to do what you're going to do anyway.
No, I'm listening to you this year.
Because Billy, you don't listen to anybody. I'll tell you to take the dog plus 28, and you'll be like, I don't want to take the dog.
Yeah, but Josh says he looks for value. I'm an entertainment guy. I want to watch a game and I want to have some juice on it.
I don't care about entertainment. I went 2-0 on Thursday night, and I packed it up until Saturday. I was like, I got my 2 wins, and I'm good.
The board last night was tough. So I mean,
By the way, that Louisville Georgia Tech game was great last night. I mean, I was clicking all. I had listen to my.
See, I was watching the Phillies and the Brewers.
I had the Phillies. Well, of course I was watching, but when it went to commercial between innings, I went over to the Louisville Georgia Tech game, and then afterwards, you know what I did, Dave?
What?
I watched the Dodgers and the Braves.
Fantastic!
What a game!
I mean, Billy, you're a late night owl. I made you for going to sleep. You got to get ready to get up and do the show. You stayed up and watched the West Coast baseball.
I fell asleep at 7. I had it.
You
kind of dozed off a little bit, but I had it on.
Dave, I don't know how you do this. I mean, I don't know how you're going to do this all season. You just have to keep up with this.
Wait, he's the fastest man in the NFL. He can keep up.
Well,
if it was running.
He's way ahead of you. That's right, Dave. Just stay ahead of him.
Game I'm going to watch today, book. Game I'm going to watch today is going to be the Phillies, North Carolina, and South Carolina.
It's one of the hardest games on the board, Billy.
That's why I got you on my show.
Yeah, this is one of the hardest games on the board. I'm leaning South Carolina in the game, but North Carolina, Drake May, all this stuff is they're talking about them. Game's going over, Billy. There's your play. All right, just bet over 63.5. You like shows, you like points, you like entertainment. Should be an entertaining game. Both teams score in the mid-30s. You're good to go.
I like South Carolina as well for 2 reasons. One, because one of their best receivers is ineligible for the game today. So Drake May is missing one of his targets. Number 2, Drake May had horrible stats the last few games of last season. Meanwhile, South Carolina last year was on a hot streak at the end of the year. And remember, Spencer Rattler, former 5-star recruit, he went to South Carolina to join Beamer. So I'm going South Carolina as well.
My second game, Sportsbook Consigliere, Penn State, West Virginia. Now,
All right.
Penn State's laying 20.5.
Yeah.
This is
What
all
am I
you,
gonna do?
Dave.
What am I going to do, Billy? Come on here and tell
Well,
you to
it's
take
your
West
alma
Virginia?
mater. It's your
Billy,
alma mater.
I mean, you know I went to Penn State, Billy. It's nighttime in Pittsburgh behind me every time I come on and every show I go on. The business has beaten it all out of me. You can't be a fan when you work in the book all the years that I did. But Penn State still hits me right in the heart. It still gets me every single week, especially when they don't have any losses yet, which is today. My brother's texting me. We are Penn
It's a
State.
whiteout tonight.
Billy, I can't come on here and give you West Virginia. You know that. All right. But then I get accused of being a homer. Every sharp guy in the world, Billy, is betting this game under.
All right.
Every single one. That doesn't mean you should do it, Billy. All these rhombuses and parallelograms that are betting it, everybody's an expert this time of year. Billy, just do it. All right.
Just do it.
Don't
like he's
say
a
I'm
Nike
a
guy.
homer.
Just do it.
Just do it, just like Nike says. Just do it, Billy. Penn State minus the points.
The problem is that Klemic's wearing an Under Armour jacket, so I don't know if that works.
All right. We're talking with the Sportsbook Consigliere, Dave Sharapan. You can follow him on Twitter at SportsBKConsig. Of course, Bostonian versus the book. I love that show. You're giving me shout-outs now. It's like all of a sudden we have this newfound appreciation for each other. Give me a little publicity.
Billy, I always appreciated you. You only call me on Saturday mornings. You don't talk. You don't write. You're busy during the week laying
I'm
on
going
the
to send you
beach,
2 shirts in the
getting
mail.
sun, all the stuff. So, yeah. Hey, wanted to float one more out to you, Billy, because I know you might need some more action. Let me see what this game is.
I need to tease it with something. Give me another.
Oh, you want to tease with
I want to tease.
Colorado and TCU. Everybody's talking about Dion. Everybody's talking about Colorado.
21.
Everybody's taking the points. Forget about it, Billy. Tease TCU down. I know you like favorites.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. That's another one for you. Yeah.
All
Big
right.
spread.
I now want to talk
Over.
to you. We're looking at you on the stream. You are at the YouTube channel on my website. The locker room, BillySchweim.com. You can check us out. You have a Philadelphia Phillies hat on.
Yep.
Is Bryce Harper not we were talking earlier in the show? We are blessed in this area to have Bryce Harper on our team, Jalen Hurts on our football team. These guys are I can't remember 2 figures in sports in Philadelphia in our area that are so loved. Like Bryce Harper can do no wrong. He's like a superhero cartoon character, but the way he gives love back to the city is unbelievable.
I think he's happy. You can
think?
tell. He's happy. The team is good, competitive. He's healthy somewhat, whatever he's going to be. And he just is playing baseball. And he's got his guys around him. I love watching him play. There's a genuine culture around the whole team. It's a fun group. Successful group. They got the pitching. It's like they know they're going to make another run in October. Just got to keep inching along and get there. And it's crazy because it doesn't matter what they do because Atlanta just keeps winning.
No, Atlanta is unbelievable. I mean, they beat the Dodgers in LA 3-0. And Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, these guys are having exceptional years. And Max Fried comes out and shuts them down.
I was been watching just with a keen eye. Not that anything that happens in that series is going to determine any plays for the playoffs. But, man, I want to see the Dodgers be competitive in a game. They did come back that first game and make it 8-7 and lost. But last night they couldn't touch them. If the Braves get the good pitching on top of that lineup, you better have your futures Braves over the field. It's done.
Well, the only way we're going to be like last year, the Mets had 100 wins, over 100 wins. The Braves, they both lost. The Phillies got their work cut out from this because they'll probably get past the first round. But after that, you got the Dodgers and the Braves in front of you.
Yeah, the path for the team in the National League, like the Phillies, is going to have to beat both the Dodgers and the Braves. That's a long road to hoe, but the odds will be, very well rewarding. If you bet a team to do that, listen, Billy, we bet the Phillies last year. They weren't in the playoffs until the second to last day of the season, and they got to Game 6 of the World Series. It's anything is possible in baseball, anything. So it's not done yet. We're alive. It's going to be a fun September.
All right. Now, the book, I think from now on out, we're all going to, every time we see you on TV, on the streamer, we're going to have to put our shades on.
Yeah, this
It's
is
the new, it's the new, I can't see, but.
Well, you got to get those light shades. I got those.
Thank God I don't have to read anything in a newspaper. I wouldn't be able to see it.
Billy, get these star glasses, like the Joe Burrow glasses. I picked these one up. You can see with that, and you can read. Right. Yeah, if you get the dark ones. You look great, though.
Sportsbook, send me I need your address. I'm sending you 2 shirts in the mail. And as always, we love having you, brother.
I'm going to the LL Cool J and Friends concert tonight on the Strip.
Don't call it a comeback.
Family and the kids. Yeah. So enjoy that. I'll be at that show tonight. Go Penn State and have a good day, guys.
See you next week.
Mama said knock you out, Dave.
Mama said knock you out. I'm back.
All right, there he is. The Sportsbook Consigliere, Dave Sharapan on the Toms River Auto Group Sports Hotline. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store. I went in there the other day, and Billy was in there with a big smile. They're very friendly staff, and they got a great selection of beers, craft beers, and everything. You go in the Circle Liquor. So I know you don't know anything.
My
about
sister,
that.
well, I've never drank before,
that's
but
right.
my sister worked at Circle Liquor.
Is that right?
All high school and college, and she has the greatest thing to say about the ownership and all the employees
People
there. She loves it. Great place.
All right. Looking to buy, sell, or rent at the shore? Call John McCann. He's a broker owner of McCann Realtors in Seattle City. Put his 38 years of experience to work for you as a real estate broker and certified general real estate appraiser. John has the knowledge, integrity, and expertise and dedication you want and need. Call him at 609-263-7422 or visit McCannRealtors.com. Stop by the office at 4111 Landis Avenue in Seattle. Meet John and discover the McCann difference. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Dave Klemic right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Tonight on Compass Media Network's coverage of NCAA football, the hunt for the national championship begins in Happy Valley as the 7th-ranked Penn State Nittany Lions host the West Virginia Mountaineers. Hi, this is TJ Reeves. Join LeVar Arrington and me for all the action as James Franklin and the Nittany Lions get a tough opening week test against upset-minded West Virginia. It's number 7 Penn State and West Virginia.
It's College Football Saturday on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins after Notre Dame football.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com. Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number 1. Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
We're rolling out store-wide savings this Labor Day at the Home Depot. Like up to $15 off Scott's Winter Guard Turf Builder. Because long weekends are all about getting outside, putting down roots for the fall, and feeding a lawn you can enjoy all year round. Shop Labor Day savings at the Home Depot and get up to $15 off Scott's Winter Guard Turf Builder. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Looking for a new career? Want to learn more about area businesses and shopping local? Then visit the free Cumberland County Business Expo and Job Fair Thursday, September 21st. More than 100 area businesses and organizations will be on hand to discuss their products, services, and special offers. Some will tell you about job positions they're filling. Stop by and you'll be entered into a free drawing for great prizes. The grand prize is an electric bike, and there are lots of other wonderful door prizes to give away. These prizes are sponsored by South Jersey Water Conditioning Service and Atlantic City Electric. Enjoy food trucks, exhibitor giveaways, and much more. Free admission from 4 to 7 p.m. on Thursday, September 21st at the Cumberland County Technical Education Center, 3400 College Drive in Vineland. This event is hosted by the Bridgeton, Millville, and Vineland Chambers of Commerce, working together for a stronger Cumberland County economy. For more info about the event, go to cumberlandexpo.com. That's cumberlandexpo.com. Co-sponsors of this event are PSEG Nuclear and Town Square Media.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, the former Kansas City Chief wide receiver Dave Klemic, Josh Hennig pushing the buttons. Now, right now, I'm really excited about what we're going to do right now. We're going to announce where the locker room is going to be throughout the entire football season, plus playoffs. And joining me here in the studio is Vice President of Hotel Operations at the Tropicana, Robert Pattillo, and John Burkly, the GM of Caesars Digital. Good morning, fellas. Welcome into the studio.
It's great to be here.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having us here.
So, Robert, make the big announcement. Where's the locker room going to be?
All right. We're so excited. The locker room is going to be at Caesars Sportsbook, located right inside Tropicana in the heart of the casino floor, right by 10 North.
We are really excited to be a part of this. And John, what are you guys going to be doing to promote the whole football season with the digital platform?
Yeah, so we're super excited about everything going on at Caesars Sportsbook. There's a ton of energy on property, a ton of great people involved, and there's going to be a lot of fun promotions that we have going on exclusively inside of Tropicana Sportsbook throughout the season. So a couple of different things going on. One, we're going to be trying to bring as many new digital customers as we can into our property inside Tropicana. We're going to have some fun promotions where players can actually bet on their mobile device inside the retail sportsbook.
Wow.
And build points toward a leaderboard. And then essentially we'll be raffling off some fun prizes, a ton of cool things, right? With Caesars Sportsbook, we have partnerships with teams all over the country. So it gives us a lot of access and opportunity to be giving out tickets and experiences and all these sorts of things. So there's going to be a ton of fun things going on inside the Trop this season. So,
and I have my Caesars sports app right here on my phone. It's very easy to use. It's actually too easy.
Yeah, no, the product enhancements, the technology, it's always a work in progress, but things are in a really, really great spot. Customers are going to see all sorts of new props, new derivative markets, all these different options to bet on. We're really improving every day, and we're in a great spot heading into the football season.
And Robert, you're the vice president of the operations there at the Tropicana Hotel Operations. It's so much fun to be in a sports book during the games. Like, I've been out to Vegas several times, but going into the sports book is fun to be. It's like you're part of the action.
Absolutely. I mean, we've got probably one of the most immersive sportsbook experiences As I said, right in the heart of the casino floor, right by 10 North. And, we're really, really excited to kick off the season. And we're going to be there every weekend.
Yeah, we're going to hopefully get a lot of people down there to get involved. And it's just such a great venue. But also when your local team is winning, it makes it much better.
Absolutely.
I
This
mean, we
is
got a lot to look
Eagles
forward
country.
to. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. They had a great run last year with Jalen Hurts and company. They should have a great year this year too.
But you get people from all over. I mean, you just get people from this area. You get people from Washington, Baltimore area, New York. Of course, is a lot of people come down from New York to get involved. But what I like about being at the sports book, you're right there. It's like you're at the epicenter.
Absolutely. Well, look, let me just kind of give everybody a little bit of information to maybe kind of whet their appetite, get them excited. So remember, the Sportsbook, Caesar Sportsbook, we're running a number of special promotions throughout our season at the Sportsbook. During the promotion, you'll have the opportunity to win tickets to sporting events, sign merchandise, extra reward credits to use at any Caesar Rewards property, and are also accepted. Best way to know about these promotions before anyone else is to sign up, have an account on the Sportsbook app. That is where we are announcing everything first. In addition to the exclusive promotions this season, the Sportsbook will be offering even more ways to bet, including bigger same game parlays, more props, more ways to bet live. All features you can experience when visiting the Sportsbook at Trop AC.
That's awesome. And there's going to be, you have players walking around the property as well.
Lots of players going on. There's a lot of ways to combine your casino play with sportsbook and vice versa. But look, really the most important thing to remember is download the app. I mean, get the app, and how you do that is go to the Tropicana.net. The sportsbook, there's a seat. You can go right on the Sportsbook page. It's every Saturday and Sunday. There's VIP premium couches, including 2 buckets, starting at $300 with seats up to 6 people.
Wow.
Then there's perimeter seating for about $20. Monday to Thursday, there's VIP premium couches, including 2 buckets, which start around $150 and seats up to 6 people. And then the perimeter seats Monday to Thursday are $10. We also have high top tables and stadium seating for everyone. And you have the ability to book sub trays and chips and dips and sweet trays at the time of booking.
So if you want to book, you make a reservation to sit in the sports book.
Absolutely. I mean, as you can see, it's every day as there's sports 7 days a week.
Yeah, this is a great time of year. I mean, you got the baseball playoffs. Phillies are coming down the stretch. Baseball playoffs, college football, NFL. I mean, it's a 365, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Yeah, I'm personally hoping my Giants, who also play in New Jersey, have a good year, but there's definitely a lot of fans. I mean, last year was packed, but as we're seeing already, we're seeing some really advanced booking year over year. So that's super exciting.
So can you book rooms and then have like access to the sports book if you book a room?
Absolutely. When you go to Tropicana.net, there's areas for your hotel room. Then you go right down to the sportsbook page, and you could book your seats there as well. And look, it's also a great social occasion. I mean, when you're down there, you can order these beer towers, Patron margarita trees. There's select 0 proof liquors, bucket of beer specials, and discounted Miller Lite bucket specials for all the Eagles games.
And if you go online, John, you'll be able to see it through social media. You'll be able to see, what we're going to be doing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, like Rob said, everything that we want to be doing in and around the Trop Sportsbook this season, we're definitely going to be featuring prominently on the Caesar Sportsbook app. So definitely keep an eye out for all those.
How do you get that app again?
We're available everywhere, or at least, most states where sports betting is legal, right on the App Store. You get Caesar Sportsbook and Casino.
I can't think of a better place to be throughout the football season with the Tropicana. I really appreciate you guys coming in and promoting this. We'll be talking a lot more about it as the shows progress, but we'll be kicking it off next week.
Awesome. Yeah, and if we have time, let's let you know some other things that are going on. All right. So besides Sportsbook and staying at fantastic Tropicana right on the beach, we got a lot of great food and beverage offerings for our guests. For all the locals, we have three outdoor pools that are open for the next 2 weekends from 10 to 5. And they have great beer and wine and beverage. We also have outdoor seating and dining available at Il Verde, our new Italian restaurant, which is a 40-year restaurant that just moved to its new location.
Great.
And there's daily happy hours there as well. Chelsea 5, the gastropub, one of the best restaurants in the city, is backed by a popular brand. There's a 3-course prime rib dinner every Sunday and Monday. Starting next Sunday, when game day kicks off. And then Osu, our Japanese tavern and sake and whiskey. We've got late night happy hour Friday and Saturday nights with DJ. So if you come down for the weekend and stay and you want to plan your night before, great place to go. And then our Laura Lounge for all of our gaming customers. Starting Monday, September 11th, the Laura Lounge will be open Monday afternoon. So if you're staying over Sunday, you've had a great time at the Sportsbook, and you're a player, you can hit the Laura Lounge.
Sounds great, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited for the football season, the upcoming football season. And guys, I really appreciate you guys coming in. I want to thank Robert Pattillo. He's the vice president of hotel operations at Tropicana. Of course, John Burkly, the GM of Caesars Digital. Guys, thank you so much.
Hey, just throw this.
I was going to get myself in a 3-point stand.
One thing more to add, we got the first 5 weekends already lined up with some of our really important partners and tenants. The first weekend will be Carmine's. They'll probably bring meatballs to make plain Parmesan. After that, we'll have chicky.
There goes my diet.
Yeah, listen, and if you're there, it's free food for you. Chicky and Pete's. We'll also have Saganos Management Group with Casa Taco and many other offerings. And then we have the Attila Wings Group, which has Hooters, a damn good sports bar, and Firewater. So a lot of great things to do.
Guys, I really appreciate it. Let's go. I can't say let's go Giants, Robert, because I'm not a Giants
That's
fan.
okay. I can say it.
You can say it.
Got to represent New Jersey.
John, who's your team?
I'm a Raiders guy, actually.
Raiders?
Funny enough, man. I like to be against the grain a little bit,
Well, you definitely are. The Raiders, now the Raiders have like a mystique around. They're like the Cowboys. I mean, people around the country like the Raiders because of the black and silver, I guess. Guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I know Mike Carlin is very instrumental in getting us together. We look forward to being at the Tropicana Caesar Sportsbook there and in the Tropicana. And hopefully we have a great season. And I can't wait to see you guys next week.
Thanks for having us.
Yep,
Right,
really looking forward to it.
All right, there he is. There they are. John Burkly's the GM of Caesars Digital, and of course, the vice president of hotel operations at the Tropicana, Robert Pattillo. I want to thank you guys. I want to remind people for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Stanton Insurance Group. That's SIG Protection. Don't get burned this summer. Choose Stanton Insurance Group for better coverage than your sunscreen. Protecting families, homes, automobiles, and businesses in New Jersey and Pennsylvania for over 25 years. Stanton Insurance helps you select the right insurance company for the best combination of protection and service at a competitive rate. Get insurance coverage you need today. Visit sigprotection.com for a quote. That's sigprotection.com. All right, when we return, we'll continue more here with Billy Schweim, Dave Klemic, right here in the Locker Room on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Notre Dame football on 97.3 ESPN. Listen every Saturday as the Fighting Irish take on the nation's best football programs.
Hi, Notre Dame fans. This is Tony Simeone. Join me, Super Bowl champion Ryan Harris and Johnny Soper this Saturday, September 2nd, as Notre Dame returns home to play the Tennessee State Tigers. Tune in right here on your home for Notre Dame football.
Listen this Saturday to Notre Dame football on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 3:30.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere carelessly beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Pintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Wake up, people. You are optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids, to work, to friends, and everything in between. You have to get sleep. And a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements. Learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better. Night after night. Sleep next level. Only from Sleep Number.
Don't miss our Labor Day special. Save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free delivery when you add a base. Ends Labor Day.
An online resource is now available for New Jersey residents to assist in preventing eviction. Go to housinghelpnj.org or call 888-691-3002 to be connected to a certified housing counselor for free housing counseling services and information.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein. 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chief wide receiver Dave Klemic, a Mainland graduate. Of course, Josh Henning. Hey, a big announcement. We're going to be at the Tropicana, and I look forward to this. It's going to be a lot of fun. You know what's so cool? Being in the sports book while the games are playing. You're right there. You got all the TVs on. It's a cool location to watch the games.
I thought, like, when you walk by, you're almost looking at, wall to wall, floor to ceiling TVs everywhere. It's a perfect thing for an ADD guy like me. I'm in heaven right there.
So I want to thank John Burkly he's the GM of Caesars Digital, and of course the Vice President of Hotel Operations at the Tropicana, Robert Pattillo, came in and made the announcement, and we look forward to being there. And like he said, when we said this a couple times, but when the Eagles win and the Phillies win, it's good for business everywhere.
Oh, remember Super Bowl run?
Right?
Every place was packed, and everybody's having fun and they're spending money at the restaurants.
Both locations we were at last year, during the Eagles season, we broadcasted live. We're packed, and people singing the fight song. Like there's nothing. So I've been to some big Phillies games. Like I was there when Shane Victorino hit that grand slam off CC Sabathia. Now I wasn't at any of the playoff games last year, but when Rhys Hoskins hit that home run, was that against the Dodgers? Who was that against last year?
Padres.
I'm sorry, Padres. And he threw the bat down. Like to be in the stands for that, like was unbelievable. But when the Eagles went to the Super Bowl in 2004. Like that, the NFC Championship game was like, I'll never forget it.
Oh, this is like
leading up. It's just unbelievable.
And
moments in Philadelphia sports war.
Correction, that was actually the Braves. He did it against. Yeah, he did it. He did it in the NLDS, not the NLCS. NLCS was the
But it wasn't just him. It wasn't just him. I mean, Bryce Harper had a really important home run.
Yeah, well, they had a lot of guys that big home
Yeah,
runs.
I mean,
but the bat spike was a moment where I think for a lot of people, it took the run to a different level emotionally. And Billy's very emotional, as we know.
I'm very emotional. Dave, are you emotional?
I am an
okay,
old.
so you know when guys retire, like they get up there, I would say 90% of the guys lose it a little bit, right? You can't help it. You go to war with these guys, not war, but you go to battle with these guys. You spend a lot of time in the locker room. You make relationships like your relationship with Tony Banks, right? That's why I think people get emotional. It's over. That part of your life is over, and you play football your whole life.
Yeah, anybody you go through pain with. If it's just like that, if you go through pain or you've accomplished something together, it bonds you pretty deep. Coach Vermeil talks about that a lot, about bonding.
There's a guy there. Look at I think I cried just like he does.
Oh man,
he loved that because it's the love that he has, the relationship that he builds with you guys. You guys, you look at him as a father figure, don't you?
All of us did, and a lot of us did. A lot of kids that were playing football didn't have dads, like when I was one of them. So I connect with my coaches like they're my father figure. So I think he kind of knows that too, and he's so genuine about it. You can see, Tony played for Dick Vermeil too.
Yeah,
and he still loves him like a father. And he hadn't seen him. He played for other teams after that, but like he's still bonded. And the way that happens is just amazing. You meet two guys that play together. It's like best friends since childhood. Because that guys have been to actual war together.
So let me ask you about Nick Sirianni. What's your perception of him? He's such a young guy, but he seems to have the respect of the players on his team. I think he says the right things. He has the right enthusiasm. He wears shirts promoting his players and promoting. And he went to a bar in Haddon Township and bought everybody shots around the bar. I mean, he's out in this,
he's been to Linwood. His kid was playing in a soccer game in Linwood.
Yeah.
And
he's been on the ocean. He's been in Playland in Ocean City Port. Well, he's out and about. He's with the peeps.
Yeah. He's and he gets emotional and starts, turning around to the crowd, which is something we weren't allowed to do when we were playing. Do not turn around to the crowd and say anything. He's the coach and he's turning around, hyping everybody up on the sideline. He's great.
I love it. I love this.
I mean,
I just can't help but think and want to reiterate that how special this time is right now with the Phillies and you look at their lineup, it's an all-star lineup. And now you look at the Eagles, and the Eagles lost 7 guys on defense? Did they lose 7 guys on defense?
They lost 4 starters on defense, and they have a new starter on offense. 2 new starters on offense.
So this team has the potential of being even better than they were last year. Now, I mean, I know a lot of people have high expectations for the Eagles, Dave, and I'm going to ask you before the show's over. We're going to talk a little bit about what the record is going to look like. Okay, I'm not going to go through each game, but give it a little time to reflect. There are some positions that you worry about off of the guard, like Juergens, right? The guard. I mean, he's a center by trade, but he's going to step up into a starting role. Nakobe Dean, Cunningham, Zach Cunningham, the secondaries, they're all unproven, but I think there's a higher upside. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the thing that's going to make your defensive backs look great is that unbelievable defensive line. Ask anybody that's actually played the game at the NFL level. They're going to say the defensive backs interception rate and the way that they play has everything to do with the pressure that defensive line is putting on a quarterback. He makes bad decisions. Balls thrown up like willy-nilly in the air, they're picking it off. So I think they could spend less money on the defensive backs if that line is that stout.
Well,
and they are.
Even look at Jalen Carter.
They're insane.
Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis are like they're unbelievable. Now, Carter's probably going to start. I would imagine they're going to rotate. They've got depth.
Yeah. I mean, and Nolan Smith, I think he's one of the best combine athletes. He's one of the best pure athletes I've ever seen.
So you have him on one side and Reddick on the other side. Who are they going to? They're going to be able to double team.
That's
anybody,
a load of pressure.
Who are you going to double team?
Yeah, and if one of them gets hurt, the other. Nolan Smith isn't even starting yet.
So that's the key to this season. The key to this season is health with most teams.
Right.
Because teams now they can't pay backups. All your money's spent on the starters.
So yeah, and then they have to spread them a little bit. That's it. I mean, you nailed it. But at least I think with the depth we have on our defense, that we're going to be a little bit better than most teams. Because the same question goes for every NFL team. But I think Philadelphia is going to be okay no matter what on defense.
I think it's going to be a fun year at the Tropicana Sportsbook, the Caesar Sportsbook of the Tropicana. We're going to be broadcasting live. We just had John Burkly, the GM of Caesars Digital, and the Vice President of Hotel Operations at the Tropicana, Robert Pattillo, in here making the big announcement. I'm pumped up, man.
Yeah.
I'm starting to really get pumped right now.
If there was representatives of a casino, they look just like the representatives of a casino. They came in dressed the part.
Right?
We were like sweatpants and stuff. These guys were decked out.
I will say I do want to press back a little bit on something you guys said, because I don't agree with the cornerback point, because I think cornerback is arguably the hardest position to play in football. And to have a quality corner, I think, is a lot harder to find.
Well, why did they keep C.J. Johnson-Gardner then?
He's a safety.
Well, there you go. That's why.
No, there we go.
No, but still, why?
Corner, there's a reason why, what was it? 6 of the 11 guys who were claimed on waivers were all corners. There is a dearth of corners and offensive linemen in the NFL. And to me, one of the problems with corner is there's so many guys who are undisciplined. There's so many guys who they don't know how to use their hands. They don't know how to turn. I mean, the dumbest thing in the world drives me nuts is you're in the NFL. The rule is called the same way in college and the NFL. Turn around and play the ball.
Locate the ball.
And every time they throw the flag, every single time. And then you have people like Nick Sirianni yelling at his players being like, why is this guy always going to flag thrown on him? And I think that's why corner is important, because you're not always going to find.
Yeah, but let me push back on you. Dave is right. You put pressure up front, you're going to force the quarterback into making an errant throw, right?
We used to say that all the time because we had Gunther Cunningham as defensive coordinator. Or he passed away
right, I remember
recently, but Gunther would blitz like crazy and will play a looser zone, but blitz all the time. And Don Brown from the Don Brown defense, and he did the same thing. And you'll always see, look it up statistically, the more Pro Bowlers you have on that defensive line, the more interceptions the defensive backfield has. It's just, it is, I forget, I don't know the exact stat, but it is true.
As a general principle, yes. But the corner still has to be competent out there. And I don't think there's enough competent corners. Like if you, there's 32 teams in the NFL. I don't think there's 64 competent corners in the NFL.
That's
maybe.
I think you can find 64 pass rushers. I don't think you can find 64 legitimate.
I'll say it's the second hardest position on the field besides quarterback. But yes, I don't want to play. I don't want any part of that.
Well, you heard Tony Banks. We had him on. He talked about the offensive and defensive lines of this team. That's probably all right. So, Josh, have you put a prediction out there yet on your shows on the win-loss record?
Billy, you asked me to wait until I came in here with you. So I'm sitting here with you.
Because we're going to do it right now.
Yeah.
All right.
You want to do it right now?
You want to do it on the other side?
Break.
You want to do it?
Come back and do it.
All right. Let's do it on the other side, Dave Klemic.
All right. I'm ready.
Just do it like Nike.
Hey, Dave, for over 83 years, Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Go down there, say hello to Billy, say hello to Chet. They're always got a smile for you. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll give our predictions for the Eagles season. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Dave Klemic right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The 2023 Eagles season is here, and this is your radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. It's week 1 as the Eagles head to New England next Sunday to take on the Patriots.
And then he's sacked. Brandon Graham.
Eagles radio network coverage begins at 3 p.m. Maryland Mike call all the action starting at 4:25. This is South Jersey's official home for Philadelphia Eagles football. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Save on! Back to school is on, and Staples has great prices on everything you need for your best year yet. Save on headphones and laptops. Save on notebooks, pens, and all the essentials. Priced low and still in stock. And right now at Staples, 24-pack Crayola crayons and comp books are only 50 cents each. Plus, select notebooks are just 35 cents each. School on, save on at Staples, where school savings are always in session. Ends 9/16. In-store only. Limit 30.
Go to get your game on at the Gallery Bar Booking Games in Ocean Casino Resort. Get in the middle of a party. Go for the sports scene and go for the endless screens. Go to the gallery. Go to Ocean. Go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, Josh Hennig. Of course, next Sunday we'll be at the Tropicana at the Caesar Sportsbook there at the Tropicana, as we'll be there all season long. I want to thank John Burkly and Robert Pattillo for stopping in here from the Tropicana. And it's going to be an exciting season with the Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to make our predictions. Dave, we're going to let you go first. We don't have to go game by game. Just tell me what you think their overall record will be.
Well, with the new schedule, I'm playing 17 games. That's some people forget that.
Right.
It's 17 games now. So my prediction was 12-5. And it would be a little bit more, maybe one more, if I didn't think they were going to clinch and then take a loss at the end of the season, probably. Not on purpose, but they're not going to play starters and stuff like that. So that would make it 12-5.
So you're going to be 12-5.
12-5.
All right, David. Josh?
I'm going 11-6. I think that they were incredibly fortunate last year to be healthy as much as they were. And I'm with Dave. I think they lose the last game of the year. I mean, they're playing the Giants. They'll have nothing to play for. It'll be Tanner McKee coming in the second half of that game. So to me, And I just think they have a tough schedule this year. And I think that somewhere along the way, someone's going to get injured of consequence. Not like season-ending injury, but like someone who will miss a few games. It'll probably hurt them against like the Jets or the. Remember, they have to go play the Chiefs at the Chiefs.
Yeah. All right. Well, Mike Carlin believes that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to go 13-4. That's pretty.
Mike Carlin's an eternal optimist.
Not like Joe Lenigan, our great sponsor. Joe Lenigan says 15-2.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, he's consistent. Every year, Joe Lenigan, he's like, the Birds are going to.
Joe Lenigan is the most positive, believing. Like Joe Lenigan tries to speak Eagles success into existence. He's
ultimate optimist, man. He's
unbelievable. Incredible with it.
Look, the over and under is 11.5, and I'm just. The Eagles are lucky. Dave, you played in the NFL. You have luck to stay healthy, right?
Yeah, there's anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
And sometimes the healthiest team wins, right?
Right.
And we watched the Patriots
Last
get beat
year.
by the Giants after
Right.
they had a 16-0 season.
Right. Remember that?
And then they lost. I mean, they were playing everybody, even if they were up by 50 points, they were still playing everybody. Eventually they took the toll on. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna go with you, Dave. I'm gonna say 12-5. And I think the Eagles have another run. I don't see anybody in the NFC other than maybe the 49ers, the Detroit, Dallas. Who scares you?
Niners are scary because what they did what they could do with their defensive line too, and this and that. But like, I'm not scared of anybody.
Now this show's over.
My battery's dead on my computer here too.
Wow,
right on time.
49ers are the second best team in the NFC. Their defense is good. Don't forget that Christian McCaffrey.
All right, Philadelphia Phillies tonight. I think it's 7:05.
Let me double check that real quick.
Nolan's on the hill.
Can I find the information in time?
Aaron
Let's find
Nola.
out.
You got a lot of great football games on tonight. I'm going to be watching.
I know tomorrow's game's on Peacock. I want to hear what Billy Schweim has to say about how he's got to switch over to the app.
Find it.
7:15 tonight. 7:15.
I want to thank Tony Banks, of course, Dave Klemic, Josh Henning. We really appreciate it. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. I'll be back at it tomorrow on the mound with Tommy Green. I'll see you tomorrow right here at 97.3 ESPN.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
The 2023 Eagles season is here, and this is your radio.